I don't want to get out of bed this early. It's really not that early. My alarm was set for 6:30. This is the habit that I want. This is when I want to get up every day. The problem is I don't want to go to bed early enough for this to be reasonable. But I need to go to the grocery store. And I have too many other things that need to be done today to do it later. I need to do it now. And I have some laundry to do. And I have all the normal stuff for my father to do today. And I have an appointment at 5 o'clock that will make the day better. It's massage day. Alright, I gotta get going. I'll talk to you more later. Alright, so I'm out the door 7:15 to get to the store. My initial thought, and really what I thought till about 10 minutes ago, was that if I got to the store at 7 when they opened, I'd get home in time to do the next thing. But I realized maybe if I waited a little later and got there between now and 7:30, which is what I should do, that I might actually leave the store to come home after the worst of the school traffic. On my short trip to the grocery store, I don't even know how far it is, 4 miles, 5 miles, whatever it is, within less than a mile of my house are 2 large schools, and then about another halfway to the grocery store is another school. So in 4 miles or whatever it is, 5 miles to the grocery store, I pass 3 schools. And traffic can be stupid. Now that I'm on the main road here, I've just passed one school and I'm looking at the second up ahead. Traffic's not bad. Traffic isn't any different right now than it would be any other time of day, to be honest. Counter that with last week at this time. Actually, not this time. Last week, this day, an hour and 10 minutes later, and when I pulled onto this street, I was stopped for the traffic light that I've yet to get to. So, yeah. So there's that. I am going to get what I need at the store, which is damn near everything. And hopefully by the time I leave the store, I will miss the brunt of the traffic. I started a load of laundry so I could at least have that done by the time I got home. Might save me a little work later. And then we'll get going on the rest of the day. I'll talk to you again. Alright, you may notice that I am dripping sweat. I left the house without my scanner. Not a great idea. I left my house on an empty stomach. Not necessarily a great idea. And I'm pretty sure I had a sugar crash. That sucks anytime, but out in public, it sucks especially. Anyway, I've got 2/3 of a 6-pack of cookies if anybody wants some. Alright, so I'm in the garage. It's 1 o'clock. Feel like I've had an accomplishing day. Productive day. Yeah. Grocery store. Broke down some of the meat that I bought. Have a couple things marinating. Have run the dishwasher. Have run a load of laundry. fed and medicated my father, changed his pillowcases, got his clothes ready to put on him after we do a shower in hopefully about an hour and a half or so, 2 hours maybe. And I have an appointment at 4:45 today, so I would like to be done out here in time to eat and relax before I go get tortured. So I lifted Monday and yesterday. Not sure if I'll lift today or not. I probably should, but as of now, I'm not really feeling it. I guess this will just wait and see how I feel. Maybe I'll do a little bit of something or other. Anyway, that's all. I actually follow up to the blood sugar issue at the grocery store. When I got home, I did scan and was indeed low, very low, while I was in the grocery store. So I wasn't reading my physical cues wrongly. I read them correctly. Tricky sometimes, but because the wobbliness and the uncertainty in my brain is one thing, but when that sweating starts, that's when I know. And I was drenched in no time. It comes on really hard and fast when the sugar's that low. So I had those 2 cookies, and then I ended up having a protein drink when I got to where those were in the grocery store. And the wonderful little lady cashier recognized the protein drink bottle on the cart, on the carousel there was empty. Just went ahead and threw it away. And then the very last thing I had put up on the little what do they call that thing? The little caravan, the conveyor belt that takes all the groceries to the cashier. The very last thing I put on there was the cookies. So it was like a 6-pack from the bakery. So it was, their own plastic packaging. Did not realize, because I kind of didn't care, but was also not 100% functioning, that I had picked up vegan chocolate chip cookies. And I must say, the taste was fine. The texture sucked, but the taste was fine. So I think there were 6. I think it was a 6-pack, and I ate 2. Which maybe if I'd have just given the first one a little more time, 1 would have been enough, but I ate 2. And so she kind of recognized the cashier lady, Miss Nadine, noticed that the package was opened, and maybe she assumed or noticed that there were 4 instead of 6 or whatever it was. And she said, "Did you want these with you?" You hear that? God, that's annoying. When I win the Powerball, I'm gonna sit out there with a gun, take out tires when people do that. Anyway, so she asked me, because I had purchased a soda too to drink on the way home, diet soda. Did I want to keep the cookies with me? Was I going to continue to eat them? Because obviously they were open and 2 were gone. I had been eating them. And I said, no, in fact, you can throw them away unless you all being her and the gentleman bagging the groceries. I said, unless you all want them. To which she promptly turned to the bagger and handed her the cookies and said, "Please put these in the break room." So maybe she benefited from my blood sugar misfortune this morning, and that's fine. She's a sweet old lady. So yes, I gave Miss Nadine some cookies this morning. I'm glad that's over. And then, of course, when I was preparing my father's breakfast, I had a couple pieces of fruit. Checked my blood sugar again at that point, and I was pushing 170. So, water, trying to kind of level things back down a little bit. And now I'm going to row, and we'll see if I go low while I'm rowing. We're going to do a 10K, I think, just for shits and giggles, as they say. So, I guess that's all for now. I will holler at you later. See ya. Alright, so I'm done.
10K row, 50 crunches, and 100 kettlebell swings. So not exactly what I had planned, but I wanted to get some core work, and I thought, why not bust the kettlebell out and do some of that. So 10K row added to my total. I'm kind of leaving that estimate in the dust. So I'm thinking about 35,000 meters ahead of where I said I would finish the month, and I still have a few days to go. So sorry if you pledged a certain amount per meter. Gonna have to get the checkbook out to the American Cancer Society. Gonna grab a quick bite to eat and get my father squared away and head off to my appointment. I'll probably check in with you then. See ya.
All right, so I'm on my way for my massage session. I say massage and stretch. It really is mostly massage. I'm looking around like I'm not in heavy traffic, after school traffic, sort of. So I wanted to talk about massage for just a second, because there are benefits that I can't even tell you all of them. I can't explain a lot of them. My massage therapist, and I really do, I've said this before, I feel bad just calling her that, because she's more than that. She's better than that. Very intuitive. She picks up on physical cues as to what things might be bothering me or where there might be some tension and whatever, and I'm sure that's part of her training. But I also think she has incredibly good instincts. But yeah, so I'm discovering more and more that maybe as part of this issue that I'm now facing regarding my nerves, that maybe this is beneficial in that regard as well. My primary issue nerve-wise, I mean, it's feet and hands mostly, legs. It's not too bad in my arms. My left arm maybe up just past my wrist, maybe a little bit. But it's all just a negative consequence of diabetes. But that numbness and tingling gets real. It's more than just numbness and tingling. That's almost cliche. It's more than that. But the massage seems to help with that. And she does pick up on things. And in fact, the last time I was there, she spent a fair amount of time from the elbows to my fingertips on both arms, recognizing that there is some issue there. But it's also good to have captive audience. Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's her with the captive audience. And if you got stuff to talk about and you become familiar, in at least just superficially, with your massage therapist, you can both kind of help each other talk through some things, maybe sometimes. Mine is a new mother and dealing with the things that new mothers deal with. Very glad that her maternity leave was not any longer than it was. I'm glad she got some time. But she and her husband are both self-employed, and in this day and age, she had to get back to work probably a little quicker than she wanted to. And her baby's adorable. So, yeah, it's an investment in your health. I posted something on Instagram earlier today about investing in your health. I mean, part of the money you make from whatever means you're making money needs to be reinvested in yourself. And that's not always a gym membership or new running shoes or healthy food. Sometimes it's massage therapy. So consider that. Make that an option for yourself if that's something you enjoy or something you believe you could benefit from. Even if you don't think you could benefit from, give it a few tries. I bet you can benefit from it. And I bet you'll find it. It's not a luxury. It really isn't a luxury. It's a necessity, especially in certain circumstances. I started with it because I was doing a rowing challenge, and it was a lot of meters that I probably at the time wasn't prepared for, and it was weighing heavily on my upper back and shoulders and stuff like that. So
You know, if you've got a manual job, or even if you're at a desk all day and just don't use good posture, and maybe your mouse pad isn't quite the way or the height that it should be, and that can affect your shoulder. I mean, there's so many things that we do to ourselves throughout the day and just in our daily life that's hard on our bodies, and we don't always recognize it, because sometimes it doesn't sound like it's something that should be hard on you. But if you're not doing it just right, it's not going to do you just right. So anyway, I don't want to ramble. I just wanted to touch base, let you know what's going on. I may or may not get back to you afterwards. I am done with my exercise for the day. I generally will not exercise after a session. You're supposed to relax and drink a lot of water, and that's what I aim to do when I'm done. I always bring water with me, a big frozen one, so that by the time I get back out to the truck, it's thawed enough for me to sip it all the way home and then chill out. So I may or may not talk to you later. Probably will. But if I don't, thanks for watching. Oh, definitely the best part of my day. I think I started falling asleep today. But it's over and I'm done and I'm going home. And I think that's going to be the end of my day. I'm struggling to keep up with what day it is. I don't know. Today doesn't feel like a Thursday to me for some reason. But it is. And that means I got to get up early for work tomorrow, which means I'm going to try to go to bed early tonight, but that doesn't always happen. But nonetheless, I believe I'm done for the day with the video. So I will say goodbye until tomorrow. See ya.